Now, I know that everybody's burned out with AI, me included, but I believe most people are playing with AI. And in this case here, you're not going to just be playing. You're going to be putting it to work. You're going to be able to make money from it, right? I'm also going to show you how we're modeling 8 figures like Hustle, Milk Road, Morning Brew, Axios, NewsEd. If you don't know me, that's me on the right-hand side. Over here on the left-hand side, that's my partner. His name is Perry Belcher. So we own a software together, and this is one of the platforms that we created. So we were using it in our own business. I was speaking on stage at all of our events, our mastermind and everything else. And our members started saying, hey, how do I start creating newsletters like what you guys are doing? So we opened it up to them. That went really, really well. And then I decided, you know what? I want to go out there and teach this to other people. Haven't done that in a while. Would like to get back into it. It's my promise to you. Number one, we're going to reveal one of the biggest opportunities the online space has ever seen. Number two, we're going to take the old analogy, the money's in the list, and we're going to 40x that. I'm sure everybody has heard the term, the money is in the list, right? I get it. That's what started me in this business, right? Well, we're going to talk about that. I'm also going to show you how people just like you and me are selling out for millions following this method. I hate using anything like millions or billions or anything like that. I focus on software that provides results. I usually don't have to get into testimonials and money and all, stuff like that. That's how I've been able to stay in the clear. But this is what people are doing in this business. I'm going to show that to you. I'm also going to show you how you can finally use AI for the sole purpose of making money. So no more playing around. And you'll see me do not only one live demo, but 2 demos of our software that's only been used in our company in a small group of people. And if you guys are up for it, you're going to see me create a newsletter live on the spot today with all the bells and whistles in about 10 minutes. So here's the end goal, right? The end goal is for you to create your own newsletter, just like you see here on the screen. So the newsletters that you see here on the screen, guys, look at this. If you don't know, okay, what would I write a newsletter on? Or what would the topic be? Or how do I get started? Well, look at this. We got newsletters on health and wellness, sports, golf, basketball, SaaS, voyaging, tourist stuff, coffee lovers, muscle. But type in the chat here. How many of you think this is freaking beautiful, what you're seeing here on the screen? Pretty awesome, right? How about this one? Bourbon and cigars, a lot of dog newsletters. The one on the top right is something about mushrooms. Bottom right, 401k, pottery for profits, more dogs, right? Students have created these newsletters here, guys. Here's another one up here on Malipus or Maltipu. I don't know what that is. Vine and destinations, outdoors, baby boomers for profits, spirituality, better lovers. Like you could pretty much have a newsletter for anything, and depending on what you're trying to do. How many of you are already selling products either online or offline? How many of you have clients? Like whatever the case is, you take somebody like Ray, right? He has escape rooms. He has his online business, right? He could have multiple newsletters. It would be in his very best interest. What city are you in, Ray?
Loganville, Georgia.
Loganville, Georgia. The only thing I remember about your stories is that you can go over to the cabin and see the lead singer of Aerosmith whenever you want to. That's the only thing I remember. But it would be in your best interest to put together a newsletter for Loganville, Georgia, because then you could use that newsletter to get everybody into your escape rooms. And you can advertise for everybody else in the area, right? But also on the marketing side, he certainly, since he sells digital products and does webinars and everything else, he certainly could have his own newsletter there too. Not only could he sell products, but he would get more opens, he'd get more clicks, he'd make more money, and he'd have better email health. He can do it all with the power of AI. Nobody knows it's AI today. Remember what I said at the beginning of the slide. We're actually using this for our own business. So you can see here on the screen, sewing.com, homesteading, cute outfits, nail designs, garden design, mighty goodness, DIY projects, homemade recipes, being a celebrity gossiper, makeup tutorials, right? These are all publications that belong to Perry, and we created this software to be able to create these publications. This is what goes out every single day. So when I tell you that we have been super, super laser focused on these strategies and creating newsletters, and we got some other pieces of software in our suite that someday Ray will tell you about. I've been really, really focused on building software to help our own business. Let's go back to what we talked about at the beginning. Everybody here understood that they've all heard the term, whenever you got in the business, the money's in the list. You ever heard that term, Ray?
I think I've heard that before.
And when they told you, okay, let me ask the question, Ray. If you got 500 subscribers on your list, how much is each subscriber worth?
Usually, at least in our experience, about $2 per list member per month.
because you take care of them. But what were we always told? Each subscriber is worth $1 average, right? So you got 500 subscribers, you should be making $500 a month. Guys, this is what I first heard when I got into business. And I said, oh my God, I gotta build a list, I got this up to about $7 to $14 per subscriber because of the events and masterminds and webinars. And, we do a lot to take care of our subscribers, right? And I know Ray does too, but this is what hooked me, $1 per subscriber. But today, guys, what if I told you that subscriber per subscriber is 40x? We're talking about $40 per subscriber. So now here's the thing. Over here, this may not have motivated you back in the day. Yes or no? Who was motivated when they heard that you could make $1 per subscriber? I was super motivated. And the reason why was because I had 2 girls that I had to pay child support on. I had to pay rent. I went to school. I was a C student, not very smart. I went and got an associate's degree to be a cop, right? So I had planned on making $85,000 my whole life being a cop in California. So when I heard this, I was super, super motivated, right? But had you told me this back in the day, I'd probably be a billionaire today. This is a big deal. How would you like to have subscribers worth $40 each, Ray?
I certainly would. That would be a wonderful thing.
Yeah, that's what this is about, guys. Now, there's a reason why the money's that big. And we'll go into more on that here in just a second. But first, let me show you. I took a screenshot of my email here, okay? Now, notice Breaking News Alert, Capitalist, Homesteading, American Gun Association, Mighty Goodness. Those are all of our newsletters. And they're right here in the inbox, okay? But if I were to click on this one right here on April 11th, notice the subject line, Legacy Lost, O.J. Simpson, controversial journey ends in tragic battle. This was the day that O.J. Simpson died. So we took our breaking news alerts and we went and used AI and we sent out this newsletter right here. Whenever somebody important dies or somebody gets married or whatever, we send these out. We send them out to multiple publications, okay? Well, notice this. Got a logo at the top, title, image, text. Is everybody seeing this right now? Logo at the top, title, image, text. Very, very easy. Would you agree? Let's look at the real potential first. And what I want you to do is, can everybody make a photographic memory of Mr. O.J. Simpson here? Pay attention. It's very, very important. Pay attention to this newsletter layout over here. Can everybody agree to do that? Don't lose this picture in your head, okay? So now let's look at the real potential here. These are actual verified numbers. Who here has ever heard of The Peak? Here's the deal with The Peak. It's a finance and tech newsletter out of Canada, created by Brett Sheng in 2015, and it sold for $5 million in 2023. They had 110,000 subscribers. Now, guys, that is a screenshot of that newsletter. Logo, title, image, text. Got it? Is this making sense to everybody? Pay very, very close attention here, okay? If you take the 5 million divided by 110,000, or maybe I did that backwards, I don't know. Remember, I failed math, so don't hold that against me. It comes to $43 per subscriber. These newsletters are getting gobbled up for $40 per subscriber. I didn't hear about that one right away. That's not what excited me, okay? This one, this is what excited me. First time I ever heard about newsletters, it was The Hustle. And I was told this newsletter, just like we started when we got in the business, Ray, sold out for 17 million. And I was like, what the, right? I'm like, how is that possible? Well, this was also business and tech news. Created by Sam Parr in 2014. He sold for $17.2 million in 2021. Are you guys paying attention to this right now? Now look at the newsletter. Logo, text, image. They got some bullets there too. Logo, text, image. So this right here motivated me. My partner Perry told me about this, mapped this whole thing out on a whiteboard, and I went out there and I started creating all these spreadsheets. I hired 5 outsourcers on Upwork, and I went out there and took a Google Doc and started teaching outsourcers in the Philippines how to use ChatGPT to create these newsletters. We did it for a very, very long time. Made a lot of mistakes, had a lot of success, and eventually once I figured it out, I said, okay, it's time for me to create my software. And now we don't have the VAs anymore. How many of you think 17.2 million in 7 years creating a digital newsletter is a lot of money? Yes or no? And guys, we're not talking about millions of subscribers. We're talking about like 250,000 subscribers. We've got lists that size, right? We just don't take care of them like they do. That's all. We take care of them, but not to this level. We don't have the consistency, right? So now let's look here. Who here has ever heard of the Morning Brew? Who has heard of the Morning Brew? Guys, $75 million, right? Newsletter focused on business, created by Alex Lieberman and Austin Reifman when they were in Michigan University in 2015. 5 years later, sold for $75 million. Are you kidding me? Guys, logo, title, image, text. Who's seen it right now? Who's seen it? I used to think this was a big mystery. It was not a mystery. How about Milk Road? Who's ever heard of Milk Road? Milk Road, they're funny, man. They will not disclose how much they sold for. We know it's at least 10 figures, right? Newsletter, or I'm sorry, 9 figures. Newsletter focused on crypto, created by Sean Purry and Ben Levy. In 2022, they're going and creating this newsletter on cryptocurrency, and 10 months later, 250,000 subscribers, they sold for not 9 figures, but 8 figures, 10 million. They sold for 8 figures, guys, 10 months later. 250,000 subscribers comes to 40,000 per subscriber. So 500 subscribers now, which would usually be $500 a month at $1 per subscriber, is now $20,000 a month. Who is feeling motivated? Type in the chat, let me know. That's the whole thing. You got to feel motivated for this presentation to work, guys. This motivation has kept me busy and out of the limelight for a year because I'm like, I want to figure this out. Now, just when I thought it couldn't get any bigger than 17 million, 27 million, 8 figures, and everything else, out comes this newsletter network called Axios. Axios offers a variety of newsletters, business, tech, culture, you name it, created by Mike Allen, Roy Schwartz in 2016, and they sold for $525 million in August 2022. $500 million, guys. Look over on the side. Logo, title, text. Who's getting it? I want you all to get this, right? Here's my absolute favorite. Absolute favorite. The Newsette. This is an amazing success story. It's a fun lifestyle newsletter for women. It was created in 2015 by Danielle Pearson. She was creating this newsletter while she was a sophomore at Boston University, and today it's worth $200 million. If she goes to sell, she'll probably get $1 billion. Now look at it. Logo, titles, no images, text, and a lot of affiliate links. A lot of affiliate links, right? So why all the money? Well, let's talk about this. See, a lot of you came in early 2000s, mid 2000s, whatever. Whenever we're talking about email, lead capture pages, squeeze pages, sign up pages, we're mainly dealing with the online space. That's where it's always been. But guess what, guys? Because of the help of people like me and Ray and going out there and teaching you guys how to go work with local businesses and everything and bring all of our marketing secrets into the real world, companies are understanding the power of email. And guess what? They're now advertising in email, and they're not only advertising in newsletters, but they're out there buying newsletters. They're gobbling them up. So this isn't just in the online space anymore. That's why there's real money being made, right? So here's the advantage. Companies usually use emails to help sell stuff. Okay, that's no secret. But now with a newsletter, they can talk to their audience in their own way. They don't have to follow someone else's rules when selling their products. And they also don't need to keep asking for permission every time they want to put in an advertisement. Not only that, think about the restricted categories, right? We can look at vapor pipes. We can look at finance, make money online, adult toys, like everything, alcohol, everything that's restricted. I could go out there and create a tattoo newsletter and probably promote all of those products if I wanted to. Products that we can't advertise, We can't run on Facebook or Google or anything else. But guess what? When you have a newsletter, you're free to do whatever you want. It's not regulated. There's no SEO, right? You're just mailing your list. Very, very effective. And here's something else. The newsletter today, it's an asset that companies want. And just like buying a house, they understand it costs more at first, but they not only think, they know it's going to make them more money in the long run. So is everybody starting to understand how important this is that I'm showing you, right? So now here's a question. How do you get on the newsletter? Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and pull up this guy right here, and I'm going to show you exactly how this works. We're the ones that started this whole thing, guys. How many of you recognize that as a lead capture page, a sign up page, right? That's it. Somebody hears about this newsletter, they go to this link and they enter the email here, and then they get the newsletter every day. It goes right into an autoresponder. Guys, this is nothing new to us. Look at this page right here. This is what I was trying to show you. This is the highest converting sign-up pages for newsletters that we could find. We researched a lot of it. Multi-million-dollar company here, okay? But kind of have a photographic memory with that page too. And I'll tell you why in just a minute. How many of you are seeing the massive opportunity with newsletters? Type in the chat, let me know. You got to see it. It's right here, right in front of you, real verified numbers. You can go research it yourself. Okay, now, how many of you are hearing 5 million, 17 million, 27 million, 525 million, 200 million? You're hearing those numbers, you're like, okay, that could never be me. I can't relate to that. Who here is thinking that right now? Because here's the thing. I totally understand where you're coming from. So what did we see? We saw these guys go out there, and within 5 years, they got acquired. In 7 years, they got acquired. In 10 years, they got acquired. Okay, so guess what, guys? Your goal should not be on trying to get acquired. Here's what you need to do. You need to go out there and grow your newsletter yourself for your own brand, for your own marketplace. You need to go out there and be able to do it for companies. Ray could go out there and provide a newsletter for every single company in his area if he wanted to. I could do the same thing. I'm actually outside of Las Vegas. I live in a suburb called Summerlin. We're over here on the mountainside. But I could go out there and do newsletters for everybody in the Summerlin area as well, right? So here's what needs to happen. You need to think about yourself first. You build this for yourself. You go out there and you start monetizing your newsletter. You start putting affiliate offers in your newsletter. You start getting sponsors in your newsletter. And what you got to have is the discipline and consistency. My amazing significant other, her name's Connie. She's got a newsletter for Summerlin Shoutouts. It goes out every single Thursday. She does it once a week because she knows her time is limited. But it's important that it goes out that one day, okay? And then what's going to happen is she's going to build it up to be so big, just using it as her own business, that one day somebody's going to come in and say, hey, I want to buy your newsletter. And now she gets gobbled up. Now she gets acquired, especially with the value that this software is creating in the newsletter. So did that make everybody else feel better knowing that you're not waiting around for millions and hundreds of millions and all this stuff to hit? Does that make everybody feel better? But also knowing that one day, if you follow the plan here, you absolutely could get acquired. And there's people just like me and you that are doing it. And they had no intentions of doing it. They were just sophomores and they were just going to Boston University and everything else. And they just started to start something. They had the discipline and consistency, and then they went out there and sold it for a lot of money.
Okay.
I have the most incredible strategy that I'm going to give to everybody as a bonus at the end of the call that is not included in this presentation. 2 live demos today, guys. Number 1, we're going to go create the newsletter. Number 2, we're going to grow the newsletter. Now, which one are you most excited about? Part number 1 or part number 2? So we'll sail through part number 1, all right? So somebody needs to give me an idea for a newsletter, right? We did a webinar the other day where it was urban plant growth. No idea what that meant. Then we did one on tropical fish. Then we did one on pickleball yesterday. So somebody give me an idea, very spontaneous. Real estate, no, too boring. Let's get more creative. What can we do? Drums, maybe. You want it to be focused more on a trend, not so much products. Plumbers, Help me out here, Ray. We need something exciting, something niche related that we can build massive following with.
I like the pickleball one. What about something related to axe throwing, which is really popular right now?
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you something else that's really popular is sourdough.
Sourdough?
People making sourdough. There's Facebook.
I love sourdough, so that'd be good.
There's people that have like 525,000 followers in Facebook groups on sourdough. Right? Okay,
yeah, I get what you're saying. It's got to be something a little more specific than just plumbers, but maybe it was like, you know, if you get into that trend, it could be some sort of trend in plumbing or you know, some sort of new technique related to that. But
it has to be something that you can tap into like millions of people, right? So like axe throwing is fine, but can you think of a name for it? This is what he was talking about, guys. In all of our software, when you come in here, notice there is this wizard here. So you're going to come over here to this wizard. I'm going to walk you through with this video there. I told you I was getting older, Ray. Look at that. Jeez. You're going to click on Get Started Now, and it takes you into this wizard where you're going to complete these goals. And notice these are all people that have completed the goals. So you come over here, you open up the goal, and you watch a video. You either click a button saying you understand, which we don't have very many of those, or you go through and you do the step, and then the software knows when you get it done. And so you get a check mark when you get it done. You're earning points up here, and then you're unlocking features in the software as you reach those points, and then everybody's working towards their final badge. Here's the first thing to understand. We're over here on the dashboard. Now, Ray, we're about to put together the stat screen probably tomorrow. So
nice.
show you all your subscribers, how your email's doing, like everything. But while we're over here on the dashboard, okay, notice that this one here, sample publication, says newsletters missing. The reason why the name of this newsletter is sample publication, I'll tell you why here shortly. And it knows that there's supposed to be a newsletter going out today. So it's missing. But if there was a newsletter that was ready to go out, it would be here and it would be ready to be sent. Matter of fact, I could have multiple publications here that are all supposed to be sent out on Thursday. They'll all appear here. And what it's going to do is it's just going to pull your next one that's been approved. Does everybody get this right now? So what it has in it is it has a scheduler for you. And we used to have VAs that handled the scheduling. Is this making sense to everybody? Okay, so super valuable. And I'm going to tell you why here in a minute. Okay, but here's what we need to do. Ray, did you think of a name for me?
All right, you ready for this? I think I got a good name.
Sure.
Axe marks the spot.
Marks the spot. I'm going to use something called ideogram. I'm not very good at it, guys. I don't know how it works. I'm not good at prompts or nothing else. Okay, and it's not going to give me the right size that I want. But look, play with it, and it's going to tell me I got to wait 15 seconds here. Okay, but it's free. I don't have a paid account. Like I said, I really know nothing about it. Honestly, between you guys and nobody else, I actually hate AI. I don't like it at all. I just, it's not my thing. But you can see here, hey, that's not too bad, is it? Ideogram's pretty good, right? So, okay, so I can come over here and I can download this, and I can like click it and download it and get a big one and everything else. Okay, cool. I just use Jing just to grab it real quick, just to kind of show you guys. So here's what we're gonna do. We're over here on publications. I'm gonna click add publication. I'm going to go ahead and load the publication that I just created. Now, think of a publication as like your master file for all of your newsletters. And I'll explain that here in a minute, but let me see if I can find that logo here. Let me just do it this way. All right, so I want to get as close as I can. This by no means, guys, is a presentation on logos. I suck. If somebody else has a better idea how to create logos, let me know. But
and by the way, guys, there are tons of people on Fiverr that will do a really good logo for you for nothing.
Yeah, don't take my advice on logos. Okay, so I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna try to load this logo that we just did. If it pops up, which I am just not seeing.
There
okay,
it
there
is.
we go. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and call it the axe marks the spot. This doesn't really matter. We'll come back and put something here, but this is going to be on axe throwing. That's our topic. For the tag name, I'm going to do NL-X, and NL stands for newsletter. this is a weekly newsletter on the popular trend of axe throwing. I can go into more detail on that. We can change all this later. We're going to send this out. Today is Thursday. We're going to send this out Thursday and Saturday. Okay. And we want this to go out at 8 o'clock in the morning, right? So I'm going to say 8 o'clock, and then we can come over here and we can just do like this, 8 o'clock a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then, of course, this is going to be sports, health and fitness, lifestyle, I guess. You're like one of those little Dungeons and Dragons guys, right? Right? Okay. And then it's probably going to be almost all male and probably somewhere around here. And I have no idea on this stuff. But now I'm going to go ahead and say add publication. Now, type in the chat here, yes or no. How many of you could do what I just showed you? I want to make sure everybody can create a publication like that. Yes or no? So you can create as many of these publications as you want to. That's what these are, okay? And we'll cover this status here in a minute. But now you can see Axe marks the spot, goes out Tuesday and Thursday, and this guy right here goes out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Now, what we're going to do, guys, since everybody can do that, we're going to come over here. We're going to click on these dots. We're going to say add newsletter. And now what's going to happen is this opens up just like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to the right-hand side, and we're going to go ahead and shrink this logo down. And let's go ahead and put a footer logo here. And let's shrink this down as well. Okay. And then if we want to put a top bar here, we can do something like that. But I'm going to go ahead and save it. That way, every single time I open up this newsletter, it has the same size. Now, we're also going to have an update probably today where you're going to set your font sizes, your colors, your link colors, everything over here too, so that when you save it, it's always the same all the time. Here's what we're going to do. So this is the canvas area we're working in. We don't need to worry about this anymore. Now we're over here on the sections. Now, this portion right here, guys, these two blocks are going to consist of 95% of your newsletter. What do I mean by that? Well, let's come over here to Google, and I'm going to do a search for axe throwing. Okay. And let's just go ahead and find, there's actually axe throwing in Vegas. Really?
It's everywhere.
So weird. Okay. Well, let's do Las Vegas axe throwing. I guess this is a big trend, isn't it?
Yep, it really is.
Okay. So I'm going to grab this newsletter right here, or this page right here, and I'm going to say link teaser. I'm going to drag it over, boom, and it says set content. I'm going to click it. I'm going to paste it. And then I'm going to say create article. Now, how many of you can do what I just did? Yeah, well, there's probably been a lot of changes since you've seen this too, Ray, but let me try this. Axe throwing. You probably didn't know about this guy. So obviously we want to use AI or something to create this, I guess. But just for sake of this video, let's say that this is like your client's image or something like that. I could come back in here, and this time I'm going to go ahead and edit this. And if we go back to here, I'm going to say include words. So what's a word we could use, Ray, that we could monetize, that we could send to an affiliate link if they click on it?
Ooh, that's a good question. In the case of this, that's a little tougher. People that are doing axe throwing, what's a word that they would?
Is there like some kind of stuff that you polish the axe with or something?
Well, no, because you use their axes. You go there, they've already got the axes, and you just throw them. I would wonder, though, if there might be people that have their own axes that they bring. I'm not sure, kind of like people that bring bowling balls. But
I'm going to say carry bag, link.com, the money link. And now I'm going to come over here to main settings. I'm going to change this to 150 words. And now I'm going to click on add image. And I'm going to load this image here. Okay. This is a new feature, Ray. You probably didn't know this is here. If I can find the image, there we go. Okay. So now there's the image. That's fine. I'm going to say update section again. Okay. And by the way, you can see the prompt and everything, very, very basic prompts, but you're free to go ahead and make this whatever you want to, right? So let me come over here, and if I could go ahead and make that bigger. Yeah. Okay. So now the image, if I've done this right, is in the middle of the newsletter. Are you guys seeing this? And by the way, this is now, it rendered the text, it made sure to use that word, and then it hyperlinked it to your affiliate offer. So now let's try it again. This was link teaser. Now let's come over here to this guy right here, article review. Let's drag this down, and it looks like this, and set content. Now it's not asking us for a link. I'm gonna type in axe throwing Vegas, and then skills. I don't know. I'm just throwing words at it. I'm not going to add an image or anything. I'm going to tell it to do 150 words or 100 words, whatever. Okay. I'm going to say create article, and then it's going to go through and it's going to create this article with the words. Experience the thrill of axe throwing in Vegas, a popular and exciting activity for all skill levels. How many of you are seeing this come together right now? Yes or no? How many of you are seeing this right now? So now look, these two blocks can consist of 95% of your newsletter. But now let's come over here to this block. You got text, headlines, spacers, bullets, borders, images. You can do images as separate, right? But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this one that says video. And of course, we're going to come over here to YouTube. And let's go ahead and look for axe throwing. AX throwing. Okay. All right. We live in a new world now, don't we? Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get something that has a really high. I like this one.
Tips.
I like this one here. That thumbnail grabbed me, right? So I'm just going to copy this URL here, and then we're going to come back over here, set video, paste the URL. Don't worry about none of this other stuff. Update section. Now we've got a video at the top. Right? Okay. So now we can do that with all this stuff, bullets, spacers, all kinds of cool stuff. Like if we want to put, you know, a border up here, whatever we want to do, we can do it. All right. But now let's have some fun. So happy face equals fun. Now notice the special term is axe throwing. So one thing we like to do is put a trivia question at the top. You don't have to, but we like to do that. In what year did axe throwing become an official sport in Canada? All right. Pretty interesting, right? Do you know the answer, Ray?
I have no idea. We'll say 2017.
Answer at the bottom of the newsletter. All right. Let's come down here. Trivia question at the bottom. Trivia answer. Axe throwing become an official sport in Canada in 2011.
Oh.
How about
Half
this?
a day off.
Let's drag this in here. Interesting facts. Nope. I want to do that again. Sometimes, let's try this again. Sometimes it depends on AI, right? AI either plays nice or it doesn't. There we go. Interesting facts. Axe throwing originated as a competitive sport in Canada, popular particularly among lumberjacks and forestry workers. World Axe Throwing League was founded in 2017. Axe throwing is not just for adults.
That's where I got 2017 from.
Okay, but maybe I want to go directly into the prompt, guys, and I want to say, give me 7 interesting facts and make it really, really hard, right? So now, there you go. How many of you can do this? How many of you can do this? This is so easy, right?
If I can do it, anybody can.
Let's do this. Let's put a tip of the day in here. Let's see what this does. Tip of the day, always make sure to wear closed shoes when participating in axe throwing to protect your feet. Look at this, man. I know nothing about axe throwing. I don't want to know anything about axe throwing, but look how fast I'm putting together this newsletter. Now, yes or no, how many of you can do this? How many of you can do this?
Everyone can do this.
Everybody should be able to do this, right? Let's see if I can find somewhere else. I haven't done this one in a while. Let's put this one right here. Joke of the day. These are usually so corny, they're funny. Why did the axe thrower break up with their partner? They couldn't handle the commitment. It's so stupid, right? It works. And then we can come in here. You're not laughing at that, Ray. I don't understand why.
Oh, you know.
Okay, so look, we're almost done with this newsletter, right? Well, here's what Ray doesn't know, and I know for a fact he doesn't know it. See this rocket right here?
There's a lot I don't know still. I'm still learning too.
So we have see, would you have what happened on this day? No, I would not, Eddie. Just like I would not have who died on this day, who was born on this day, which we use for other newsletters for our celebrity gossiper. Everybody wants to know who died on this day, who was born on this day, who was married on this day, who was cheating on this day, right? That's what celebrity gossipers want to know. But if you click this rocket here, guess what, Eddie? You can go create as many of your own custom blocks as you want to. So you could create the prompt over here that says, please write a 100-word article on who was born on this day. And then you can go ahead and flip this on here, and you could load to where you have to type in the name of the day or the links or whatever you want. So you can create your own blogs. Did you know that, Ray?
I did not. I did not get into that yet at all.
Okay. So I have the worst internet connection of all time, but I'm going to click on this preview button here. And by the way, this link up here, you can make it your own custom domain, right? So you can see there's a newsletter. Pretty nice, right? How many of you are liking this right now? So I already mentioned Connie, my significant other. She would wake up at 4 o'clock every morning, approve our newsletters. She would open up on her phone and she would go like this, and she would say, okay, no, you need approval, or you need to make some changes to it, or it's approved. And then our VAs would mark it all as need approval, right? And then once it gets approved, remember what I said over here, right? Right now we're missing the newsletter because it's supposed to go out today. But if I were to go ahead and change it to approved, all right, let me make sure if I were to refresh this and come back into the dashboard, then you can see that the newsletter is all approved. If I had SMTP hooked up and if it was that right time, it would have already sent out this newsletter. So you're going to determine the day and the time, and what it does is it pulls your next approved newsletter and it sends it out. Does that make sense, Edward? Was it? Yeah, Edward was asking. He said it took about 4 hours to set up my WordPress site. Is this making sense to you? Okay, good. How many of you think this is pretty easy? This is a very, very complicated process. We did everything we could to make it very, very easy. Notice the wizard is changing over here as I'm doing stuff in this account, guys. We didn't even watch the video and it's marking stuff off, right? And the reason why, because we started at 18%, but we went through and we're creating publications and we're doing all this stuff. So the wizard knows. So it's keeping track of what we're getting done, right? Okay, so now I showed you that we could go ahead and mark it as approved, okay? Now, once we do this, if I come over here, these three dots, I can go ahead and click on send email. Now, actually, let me go in there first before I do that. I knew there was something I forgot. If I come over here and click on subject and pre-header, then what it'll do is it'll give me my subject line, it'll give me my pre-header. Did you know that, Ray?
I did, yes.
So, okay, I like that right there. That's good. Okay, so when we're over here now, and when I go to send email, here's the subject line we're going to copy. Here is the pre-header. And as soon as we click copy and send email, what it's going to do is it's going to give me the code that I can put into Aweber, ActiveCampaign, Go High Level, whatever autoresponder you have. So if you already have an autoresponder, guess what? You can send out your newsletter just by clicking a button.
Yep.
And then you
That's
come back
exactly
around.
what I did. That's how I did it, because I didn't know how to do the other stuff yet. So that's how I did it, to make sure I got it out right away.
Yep, and you come back around, Ray. Did you come back around and tell us how many you sent it to?
I sent that to 11,000 people.
So did you come back around and type in 11,000 whatever here?
I did, yes.
Okay, and then it marks it as published. And the reason why is because the software is able to track your opens and clicks, but what it can't, or no, it can track your, yeah, it'll track your opens and clicks to the newsletter. But what we don't know is how many did you send it to if you're using your own autoresponder, right? So therefore we can track your conversions if you tell us. So your status will change to published. Does that make sense now?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So is there anything else I missed here for the first demo, Ray?
No, I mean, that's exactly what I did. And I went through that and got my first one sent out and had pretty good response from it too. So.
Okay, so let me just do this, Ray. If you would drop your link in the chat, all right? Everything that I just showed you in the first demo, guys, the ability to schedule out your newsletters, to create your newsletters, all the AI blocks, all the monetization. I didn't even show you how you can do your ghostwriter, where it creates a profile for you, so you can write in the voice of Clint Eastwood or Martha Stewart, or you can make up your own, whatever. I didn't show you that. I didn't show you how you can pull in your own ads. If you want to sell your own course, we sell t-shirts. Did you play with that at all, Ray, under the monetization set?
I did not. So that's the next thing I've got to get into, is all of that. I went through the how to make it. Now I got to learn how to make money with it, how to do that portion of it. So
okay, cool. So everything you see here, guys, okay, what we're doing is we have a lifetime special right now on this launch. I know that's a bad word, but it is lifetime special. I'm not charging monthly or anything during this. You can pick up everything I just showed you for $297. Do you want to give them that link, Ray, so they're not waiting around?
I'm pulling it up right now. Give me 1 second.
So he's going to put that link in the chat. And while he's doing that, I'm going to go over part 2, which is part of our platinum package. Now, if you guys want to continue with us today, you'll have 2 options. You can come in on the base level at $297, or you can purchase the platinum package, the platinum bundle. I'm going to show you why here in just a second, okay? So if I were to come back in here now, if I were to come over here and click on these 2 arrows, notice the menu changes. This is the base menu that you get for $297. This is the platinum menu. Okay, now pay attention, Ray, because you're going to want to do this, right? So the first thing we're going to do, the second one, we're going to go ahead and click on this one that says publication directory. Now, when we do that, you're going to see all of these newsletters that are being created by other people right now. Did you know this is here, Ray?
Yes. In fact, you should see mine in there somewhere.
Okay, good. So these are all newsletters that are being created right now. Okay, and it'll keep loading and keep loading and keep loading. And we want to get your guys' newsletter in here too. Now, if I flip the switch, it says my publications. This is the only newsletter I have. But the one that we just created for the axe throwing, we want to get this in there too. So the way we do that is I'm going to go back to my publications, and notice it shows opt-ins on the registration page, and then opt-ins that referral partners sent me, okay? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this button that says add publication. Did you do this, Ray?
Yep.
And I'm going to go ahead and choose my publication. There it is right there. And I'm going to say next. Now, this here is really important. If I come over here to this item that says integrations, these are all integrations that are working with this software. You recognize this, don't you, Ray?
It looks familiar.
These are all autoresponders, notifications that we only have a sample turned on inside of Letterman, but there's a lot more with this platform, okay? So you can see that I am connected to this guy right here. Here's my credentials. I plug it in, and then I can use this guy not only in this software, but all of our software, because all of this that you see here comes from our integration center, which you guys also get access to as well. It works with this software, and it works with all of our software, okay? But if I've taken the time, who has an autoresponder already?
I do.
Okay, if you already have an autoresponder, who's your autoresponder, Ray?
Weber.
Well, it's right there. So you would click this. That's probably your video, dude. You would add the account here,
Probably
and everything else, and it'll connect to Weber, and you're all set and ready to go. Okay, so remember that, because now let's go ahead and add that publication. Here it is right here. Let's click next. Now it's saying you can connect an autoresponder. So if we do this, then I can go ahead and choose whatever autoresponder I have linked up. Or if you don't have an autoresponder, guess what? Our system will mail it out for you too. If you choose the autoresponder, you get the best of both worlds, because you're not only putting it in our system, you're putting it in your autoresponder as well. Does that make sense to everybody? So look, I'm going to go ahead and click next. Okay, if it'll let me. Okay, I don't think this autoresponder is connected anymore, so I'll just go ahead and do it with GC. And then it's going to ask me to choose a background color. Okay, what color is good for axe throwing, Ray? I know nothing about this.
Oh, probably a bluish gray color would work good.
Okay, so notice as I choose these things, the colors are matching down here, guys. You don't have to use it, but that's our suggestion for you, okay? So those colors are good here. Yeah, let's go with this. We're gonna click next. Now, it's saying we're gonna add your publication to the directory. Do you wanna set up an auto swap where people don't need your permission, or do you want to set up a pre-approval? I'm going to do pre-approval. I recommend that you guys do pre-approval as well. And you're going to say create. Did you do this, Ray?
I did.
Okay. So now it is added Axe marks the spot to our public directory. Now, if we come over here, we won't see it because it's ours. But guess what? Everybody else will see it. Okay. So the reason why is because Ray could go in here and he could probably find other people that might be a good fit. And notice up here, this is active and this is active. The reason why is because there's an active partnership with these two properties here. And everybody else, I could go ahead and submit a proposal if I want to do a swap with them. And this is called a co-reg. And so what's going to happen,
online.
Ray has a sign up page for his newsletter. And so if I enter chat@chatnicely.com on his newsletter, the software is going to take my email address and put it into other people's newsletters that Ray is partnered with. And then those people are going to send subscribers to Ray. Is this making sense, guys? Type in the chat. Let me know if you get it. That's called a co-reg. Okay, I'll go into more detail on it. I'll show you how that works. Okay, but here's what we're going to do now. So this is a page we just created, right, Ray?
Yep.
Did you ever click this?
I did not. I haven't gotten this far yet.
Ray?
Oh, actually, yeah, I did do that. Yeah, I did go to this.
Did you see me enter all these details, Ray?
I did not.
How does it look?
It looks brilliant.
How about we take a trip down memory lane? Let's see if I can find it here. Remember when I told you guys the highest converting page we could find? Do you see any similarities here?
Looks pretty similar.
So it's not only gone and given us a beautiful design, it's created the title, the description. It even tells you what your newsletter is about, Ray.
Yep.
Now, if you had to create this page for yourself or for a client, for your safe room, whatever, do you think this copy is good enough?
Probably.
Opt-in form at the bottom. How many of you are blown away by this right now? That's just sitting there waiting for you. And not only that, it's connected to your autoresponder. It's connected to our own system. So now watch. What if we did want to change some things? Edit page. Page opens up. Come over here to this arrow. And now look, if we don't want to have a logo, or if we don't have a footer logo, if we don't want to show social proof, or we want to turn off the phone, simple stuff, guys. I have a full-blown landing page builder called Mintbird that you guys would love. And this is nothing like that. It is so simple. It gets you started right away. You want to change the color? Maybe you don't like that color. Guess what? There we go. I like that color better. Right, Ray? Yep. If you want to take a picture of your newsletter and put the image right here. Notice we put the logo here for you, but this will work for anything to get you started. But put your own here. Okay? And then if you want to come over here, these are featured rows down below if you want to add more. And then check this out. After they submit the newsletter, let's send it to our axethrowingstore.com. That's not a real domain, but let's just say that it is, okay? So I'm gonna click save. All right, if we've done everything right, which I don't know if we have, I'm gonna click this button here, and now I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna say axethrow1@gmail.com, sign up, subscribed, and it redirected me over to axethrowingstore.com. It's not a real domain, but did you guys see how fast that happened? And by the way, I'm on a T-Mobile internet connection. My internet sucks. Okay, now, just for sake of this video here, I don't want you guys to think that was my fault. Let's just go ahead and send it over to eBay. I'm sure they're gonna be up, right? So let's try it again. So come over here and we'll go ahead and close this, click the eyeball, and let's just go ahead and do eBay. So we're gonna do axethrow12@gmail.com, sign up, subscribed, and then booyah to eBay. Okay, so now let's come over here to subscribers, and what do we got? Axro 1, Axro 2 came through the registration page. This tag right here fired off. If I connected to an autoresponder like Aweber or something, Ray, it would be right here.
Nice.
Is this making sense to you?
Yep. And this part, by the way, is new to me. I did not get this far yet, so this is really good.
Okay, so how many of you are getting this on a scale of 1 to 10? Mike, Edward, are you guys getting this? I just want to make sure. Okay. Now, here's what we're going to do. Now that we understand, and by the way, look at the wizard. It's over here changing some more, right? It's changing down here to, like, it knows I'm getting stuff done. Okay. Now, let's come over here and let's go back to the public directory. Let's see if we can go find somebody that we can submit a proposal with. So probably brain gut connection is not a good fit. Women talk's not a good fit. It might be a little while before we find something. If somebody was doing like bow and arrow or something, or
there's a certain escape room one that might be related to that.
Yeah, this guy might work, right? But here's the thing, guys. These are real newsletters that you can partner with. So I don't want to screw this up too bad right now. There's one on sourdough, right? I don't want to screw this up too bad. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to come over here. I know for a fact that this is our newsletter. I'm going to say submit proposal. Now, which publication do you want to do a swap with? This one, submit proposal. Now, your proposal's been submitted to Patriot Planet. There was an email that just went to Patriot Planet. Once the publishers approve your proposal, both publications will have 14 days to add each other's recommendations to their widget, at which time you'll be in a joint venture. Okay, cool. So now the status changes to proposal sent. So if I come over here to partnership, and if I look at proposal sent, you're going to see that Axe marks the spot, send a proposal to Patriot Planet. And the reason why these are both gray is because they have not installed their referral widget. As soon as they both install their referral widget, this will turn green, providing he accepts what I have going on. Does that make sense, Ray?
Yep.
Okay, so let's come over here to one that's active. So this publication, sample publication, got into a partnership with Urban Plant Care. They both installed their widget. It's active. This one up here, DIY Projects, I don't know what this publication was, but they got into a partnership, but this guy never went and installed the widget, so it's still pending. And in 7 days, this is going to be canceled. You got 14 days to both install the widgets. Okay, so how do you install the widgets? Well, let's come over here, referral widgets. And here's one that I created right here. I'm gonna go ahead and click edit. And when I do, everybody that I'm in a partnership with, which right now I've already got them both here, everybody that I am in a partnership with, I just go ahead and pull it in, and then it's gonna look just like this. Did you do this part, Ray?
I did not.
So now that we've created the widget where we pulled in our partner, the partner has to do the same exact thing. So the reason why this contract is live is because both partners have installed the widget. This one up here, pending recommendations, 7 days left for the other party to activate. Is everybody getting this right now? And Eddie, if you're saying you don't know if you could use this for a blog, this is probably the #1 thing you could do for a blog, right? Okay, so now obviously I could go through here and I could change this up, whatever. Like, we've made this all very, very easy. I could change the background color, I could do all that. But let's see what happens, because I think you guys are going to understand a lot, okay? So let's come back in the publication directory. Let's flip on that switch again. Let's go into our page. Let's edit the page. Now remember how we directed it to eBay, Ray?
Yep.
This time I'm going to choose referral widget, and I'm going to choose this. I'm going to say webinar demo. I'm going to click save. Now that I've done that, if I open this up, we're going to go ahead and do axthrow3 at gmail.com. We're going to click sign up, subscribed, widget opens up. Congrats, you're subscribed. I'm also recommending that you join Urban Plant Care. So the email that we entered went into that newsletter, And now there could be like 4 or 5 different recommendations here. That email goes into every single one of those recommendations. And each one of those recommendations are publications that have their own autoresponder. You got it, Ray?
Yep.
Do you want to explain that to your people?
Yep. So the idea here obviously is that you are trying to get subscribers from those partners, which is going to help you to grow your newsletter. And that's obviously what we want to do, is we want to grow our own newsletter.
Yeah. So that's called a
helping each other.
That's called a co-reg. Yep. Hold on a minute. Okay, good. All right, so everybody gets that. Okay, so now let's come over here to subscribers, and now you're going to understand that we're bringing in emails, we're bringing in subscribers from the registration page, and then other people are sending us subscribers from their referral widget. Now, what's cool about this, guys, this is the ultimate swap system. So let's say that Ray and I, let's say this is mine and this is Ray. And let's say that I have delivered 21 leads to Ray and he has delivered 0. What'll happen is the software will turn off my widget until Ray catches up. And then once Ray catches back up, the widget will turn back on. So it will police it. And that way, I can't go deliver 1,000 subscribers to Ray and I'm not watching the software for 6 months and Ray has delivered 0. And I'm like, screw you, dude. I went and I gave you this many subscribers and you didn't do anything. Does that sound familiar, Ray?
Sure does.
The software will turn itself off, guys. So it'll police itself. Okay? So when that happens, then you go into a default status. And not only will you have to catch up, but we're going to also penalize him, right? So he's not only got to catch up, there's like a 20 subscriber threshold. So whenever I get, or he gets 20 subscribers ahead of each other, the software shuts off on his side. It leaves it open on the default side so that they can catch up. But when they catch up, we're also going to penalize them another 10 leads to make sure that when it turns back on, they're pretty much neck to neck. You didn't know we had that, did you, Ray?
I saw something, but I didn't know this kind of detail, no.
Yeah. So it's pretty easy. So when you go to the wizard now, you got this one section here that's creating the newsletter. And then you got another section that's all about growing the newsletter. So if you're in the purple, you're on creating. If you're in the orange, you're on growing. Okay? All right. Good? Is this making sense to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any questions so far, Ray?
Not so much from me. Edward asked, can I help my clients with the $297 option?
You can't. Client option is not on 297. It's not. I'll show you the option. I'll show you the deal that we have for you. But before I do, when you get in this software, okay, you'll have this welcome video where I walk you through the steps. I'm basically going to point you over here to the wizard. And then we also have something really cool called the roadmap. And so what happens is people give us suggestions like the ability to add images inside the AI blocks. We already did that.
Nice.
We already did that, right? It was in progress. Now we got it marked off. So people come in here and they vote for what they want to see, right? Or this guy wants to do integration with BirdSend, whatever that is. I don't know. But, you submit your bugs here, your feature requests, your integration requests. You just come over here, click this button. You go ahead and create all that. It's a very, very heavily supported software, guys. And our goal is to build up a massive directory so that we can go out there and compete with the big boys. Because everything out there on the marketplace is really expensive, really, really complicated, too hard to understand, and it doesn't do like the swaps and stuff that's policed. Like, we know how to make processes very, very easy. Okay? So, is there any questions, Ray, before I get to the slides?
I don't think I see any that we didn't answer. So if you had a question you didn't get it answered, drop it in there so we'll make sure.
Okay, let me make sure. Are you still seeing my screen?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So that was part 2. Now let me ask you guys a question here. Did you get a lot of value out of the 2 demos?
I did.
Well, you know what? There's one more thing I need to show you, okay? When you're over here on the basic side, and this is included in the basic, you come over these 3 dots, and there's one called email sending, okay? Now, what you're going to do is you're going to set up your email, your sending domain on something called Mailgun. You might have already set it up inside of GC. It doesn't matter what you do. It's going to end up set up in GC, which is our CRM over here. But you'll choose your domain. You'll put who you're from, who the email is from, or your name, who it's from. If you want to mail actives or just all newsletter subscribers, and then the verification is something else. And then what happens is every single day when your newsletter is in a published or approved status, it just automatically sends out at that time every day. Does that make sense, Ray?
Sure does.
So if you have an existing autoresponder, you're good. If you want to use our email system, you're good. I've taken care of both methods. Okay, so let me come back over here to the slides and let's take a look. All right, so we covered part 2. So here's the big idea behind the system, guys. You create as many newsletter publications as you want. All the content is created by AI. 95% of it is 2 blocks. It will schedule all your publications by the day of the week and the time. You can mail with existing autoresponders or use SMTP. You can then submit them to our public directory. It will automatically create sign-up pages for you. You find partners that are a good fit. You install referral widgets in your sign-up page process. The system will run itself. You just focus on the growth. That is a summary of those 2 demos today. And remember, you go out there, you build this up for yourself. You build it out for clients if you're on the Platinum program. And the whole time you're working towards the same plan we are, which is an 8-figure exit plan. And I showed you guys exactly how to do that. And now you have the system to be able to do that. You can go to that link right here on the screen. That'll take you to the bundle page. The first offer, which is the first demo I did, it's just the newsletter software. Lifetime price, all updates, $297. That includes the scheduler. It includes the editor. It includes the ghostwriter. And you also have the ability to email out inside the basic version as well. You're backed by 100% money back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Now, to be honest with you, I think we have had 2 of the basic sales during this launch, Ray. 2. And the reason why is because everybody always purchases our Platinum because it's just too damn good. So here's what's in our Platinum, okay? Yes, you get everything basic, the scheduler, the editor, the ghostwriter. I didn't have time to show you that, right? But you also get everything that's in the pro features. And our plan is to go out there and sell this for $67 a month online, not in the launch space, but online. But it's included inside the Platinum package today. So that directory access that I showed you where you add your own newsletter to the directory, it's included. The ability to go out there and set up swaps with the partners and everything else, it's included. The instant sign-up pages, you have sign-up pages for each and every one of your publications, it's included. That referral widget that pops up after the sign-up page. And by the way, what I didn't show you is if somebody does subscribe, then guess what? You can still redirect them to another link. Or if they click maybe later, you can still redirect them to another link, right? All of that is included in the Platinum package. But we're not done just yet. See, we always do this when we do these offers. My goal is to get you so focused where you got your newsletter created, you got it submitted in our public directory, you got your email set up, you got out there, you found some partners, and then what's going to happen is I'm going to have some new features for you that you're going to plug in. We always do this on these launches, right? Well, one of those new features is we're going to have the referral link at the bottom of your newsletter, just like you see over here on the right-hand side. So you're going to set up prizes, and then every single newsletter that's going to go out has a referral link there where when somebody's going to click it, they're going to get signups, they're going to earn points, they're going to unlock rewards. This is how you're going to grow your newsletter from your existing subscribers, right? So it's injected at the bottom of your email, integrates instantly with our email system. You offer rewards from your database, and it's going to grow your newsletter with gamification. go to the link that you see right there on the screen, guys. That's included. So July 2024, that's going to happen. Everybody's been asking about this on this call. Multi-client access. Again, July 2024, we're testing this out right now. You'll click a button, you'll add the client. Ray has seen me do this. I'm the one that brought this in the industry, guys, way back in the day with 2Pro, 2009, I think, 2008. You'll click this button here and you'll go inside your client's account. It's going to be here inside of Letterman as well, right? You'll have unlimited clients in this platinum offer. And then finally, guys, we're also, this is going to be in August. I need a little bit of time to get this perfect. We're also going to have it to where you're not only going to inject ads that you have, you're going to inject other people's ads as well. Okay. So you'll see where you'll be able to add ads to your newsletter. There will be multiple locations. The whole process is going to be stupid simple, very easy to follow. It's going to be a great way to monetize your newsletter. But probably the most exciting thing out of everything, guys, is on June 5th, 6th, and 7th. Write this down. I'm going to do a 3-day workshop. Okay.
Nice.
We're going to work together. We're going to get your newsletter launched. Now, Ray has been a part of many of my workshops, right, Ray?
Yep, I sure have.
I don't know if there's anybody here that's been a part of my workshop, but I will do everything I can. I usually have about a 90% success rate with this. I got a process where I show you how to do something. I put a countdown timer on the screen. We celebrate your success. The reason why, and I only showed you a few, the reason why there were so many newsletters that I showed you at the beginning is because of our workshops, okay? All of these were created by our workshop members. So there's no doubt in my mind that you're not only going to create your newsletter, you're going to submit it to the directory, you're going to set up your registration page, you're going to find partners, you're going to install your widget. There's no doubt in my mind that this is going to be you. So that's the very best I can do. I didn't want to just sell you on a software that had an incredible opportunity behind it and something that you can do every single day, 10 minutes a day with a little bit of discipline and consistency. I wanted to make sure that you were going to get to the end. So if you purchase this offer today, you better plan on being at this workshop. And if you're not there, you can ask Ray. My team will call you up. Hey, you're supposed to be on this call. Where are you? We just did a roll call. Where are you? The reason why is because we need you to submit your newsletter to this network. This is what we're trying to do, guys. We don't make a lot of money on these launches. We're trying to use the launches to build up a massive newsletter base, okay? So I could have gone, there. I have thousands of comments from workshops, but you can see Carlos, workshop's been a 10 out of 10. Excellent opportunity to work through with a community and a team ready to help you. Chad helps explain all the features and gets it ready to connect through all newsletters. What blew my mind was the way you can connect with other newsletter owners and the option that we can train our list so we can sell the product that will be a game changer, well worth the time, even though I've been sitting for 3 hours without going to the bathroom. Yeah, 3-hour workshop. Robert says 10, light bulb moment was publication directory. It's going to be awesome to succeed with the network of newsletters. The team is absolutely the best. I'm glad that I can stuck around with these guys, take care of the people, and now we'll all take care of each other. Dave says, score. The workshop is a big 10. Big light bulb was the automatic capture page. It's created for you. Should other people attend? Yes, if you want to see quickly and easy access. Mike says, I learned I can easily build a publishing newsletter empire within about a day. Not just one newsletter, but an entire library. Super simple, incredible support. I've been trying to figure out this newsletter thing out for a year. 3 days with the gang, and I'm fully trained and pushing out 6 newsletters this week.
Nice.
Ken says, big 10 for this workshop. Actually, all the workshops Chad and Perry put out together and share with us. I've never attended other workshops that go above and as beyond as they do. Chad says, hold your hand and teach. My light bulb moment is I just had the realization that I'm in the perfect place to receive the training I need to change my plan's direction. John says, crazy value, 10 out of 10. The publication directory is just mind-blowing. I will go from hours to minutes when building my newsletter. Amazing. And I didn't have time to demonstrate it to you today, but you guys are going to get access to my entire integration center too. This is where you're going to set up all your email, and you're going to use it inside of all of our software. And we have pretty cool software, don't we, Ray?
Sure do. Lots of cool stuff.
Mintbird, Quizforma, Letterman, GC. This one screen right here, I'm using this email domain to mail out inside of all of my software. And this keeps track of everything I'm doing here, guys. It's amazing. And we have spent so much time and effort on it, right? So remember, you're backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee no matter what option you choose. Now, our plan is to go out there and keep selling this from webinars. And I know that once we get those new features built in, once we get more people doing swaps, once we have more success stories, we're going to sell this for $19.97. I've got plenty of webinars where we sell for $19.97. Today, your special price is going to be just $9.97. And you can go to the link that you see right there on the screen, and you guys are going to get $1,000 off, and you're going to be able to lock it in for $9.97, and you're going to get that special bonus as well. All right. So, Ray, I can stick around and ask questions. I don't have anything else, or answer questions. I don't need to ask questions. I can answer some questions. I don't have anything else going on. Or, I can answer your questions, or, I'm yours. You tell me what you want.
Now you did tell me to remind you of something special. I don't know if that's what you were just talking about there.
Oh yeah. Okay. So let me come over here first, and let me kind of show you guys what to expect when you go to that page, because we do have payment plans down at the bottom, guys. So let me go ahead and kind of open this up here. So you go to Letterman.com/Ray Lane. Hopefully you don't mind I created that link for you, Ray.
Oh, that's great.
But you come through here and you'll see that this is a basic version. Here is the Platinum Bundle, $9.97, one-time payment, not monthly. You get the Pro, which is usually monthly, but not in this case. So you get the basic, you get the Pro, and you're also going to get access to the 3-day workshop. We usually sell our workshops just for $9.97 alone. June 5th, 6th, 7th, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Be ready to put together your newsletter, okay? $9.97. You can go through there and take a look at what we're doing here. And then at the very, very bottom, you can see that you can go ahead and get on the payment plan as well. If you do that, I just ask that you please, be honest on all of your payments. Get to the end. It's only 3 payments, because I'm going to over deliver for you. The software is absolutely incredible. You're going to love it. You're going to succeed with it. You're going to knock out your wizard on the side. This is something that you guys can do, and I really truly believe it. Now, how many of you want to know the secret that I'm about to that I kind of teased you about a minute ago? Type in chat. Let me know who wants to know that secret.
I do.
Okay, Ray, this is something that you're going to want to do. So there's a big play with getting sponsors, right, Ray?
Yep.
How would you like to have a sponsor very first day of your newsletter?
Boom, that's a good thing.
Okay. So if I come over here to Amazon, check this out. This is something I would be sharing with you if we're not even on the call, right? So look, if I type in axe throwing, I know nothing about axe throwing, but I know that this is going to tell me what else they're interested in, right? Because if I click on something here, then at the bottom, it's going to say that they're also interested in other stuff, right? So something besides axe throwing, right? Whatever it is, you can always come down here, wood splitter. Maybe that's it. I don't know, right? Maybe it's, who knows what else they're, it's actually down here. More from frequently bought brands. No, it's usually net velocity customers bought together. So it'll usually tell you what else people have bought, right? They might be changing stuff here. Okay.
Could be such a niche thing that who the heck knows?
Well, I don't know, but let's say that it's this, okay? So you can go sign up to be an affiliate for that, right, Ray?
Yep, sure can.
You can type axe throwing affiliate program, okay? World Axe Throwing, there you go. Lead sponsor referral program, World Axe Throwing League affiliates. Look, check this out, Ray. Okay, so look at this. If we come over here, so we can become an affiliate for this, yeah? That's what it just said. So if we can be an affiliate for this, I'm going to go find one of their products. Let's just say I'm in Michigan, okay? I'm going to find one of their products, and I'm going to take a picture of that product if I can find something good, right? Maybe it's this. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, I'm going to find one of their products. I'm going to get an affiliate link. Man, this is scary stuff, dude. But I'm going to get an affiliate link, okay? Maybe it's this right here, whatever it is. So I got the picture, I got the product, I have a little description, and up here at the top, guys, we're going to put a text block that says today's sponsor. And we're going to put a picture of that product, and we're going to put a description below it talking about what that product does. Now, we then put a link for people to check out our sponsor. And guess what that is, Ray?
Well, I'm going to guess it's exactly what we just did.
It's an affiliate link.
And by the way, Edward, this is the perfect thing for your local stuff that you were talking about. If you did a local newsletter, you can get sponsors locally.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Look, here's the thing with this. Today's sponsor. Okay. Now I come on here, I can go ahead and put an image. I'm probably going to automate this whole process, but for right now, let me see if I saved anything. So if I say today's sponsor is Rolex, right? Whatever. Okay. So let me see. Today's sponsor is the whatever, the axe throwing whatever. And I can go ahead and put my affiliate link right here. Okay. I can say update section. Okay. But then I can also go and put some text below it with a link in the text that says today's sponsor comes from blah, 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 blah. And then down below, check out such and such. And then you hyperlink this just like that.
Yep.
And now guess what happens? So this newsletter goes out to everybody, Ray. And what do you think people are thinking that read this newsletter?
They're thinking they need whatever that sponsor is providing.
No. Missed it. So that's why I love putting you on the spot, because you don't care. Here's what they're thinking, guys. They are thinking, how do I get a spot? How do I be a sponsor? And now at the bottom, we have a link that says, hey, if you're interested in being a sponsor or advertising, then go ahead and click here. Now, scale of 1 to 10, did everybody get that? That is badass. I'm sorry. I came up with this last night. I didn't even have it in the presentation, guys. Tell me that that is not just badass.
Yeah, think about Edward going back there. You put that in there. Like, for instance, I'm sitting there thinking I'm going to be creating one for my Loganville news and events stuff, sending that out locally. My escape room will be that original sponsor, and hopefully those restaurants and everybody else will be like, now it's time for me to be a sponsor.
Yep.
And I win both ways.
Do you guys get this? I'm excited with that, man. That has changed everything for us. I don't know if I still have it open here. Maybe I do. Connie's been working on her Summerlin Shoutouts newsletter.
Yep.
Right. So what happened was, no, I don't think I have it open. Hold on. I'm going to get it though. What happened was she's been watching me do these webinars and stuff. And she's like, wow, that software is pretty easy to use. So the other day, I'm in the bedroom, just yesterday, day before yesterday, I'm in the bedroom watching a movie on Netflix or whatever, because I'm just exhausted. And she's in the living room and she's watching this scary, it's a Chinese, you remember like not Hunger Games, what was it? Squid Games? And they do like the voiceovers. Okay. Now she's got one where zombies are taking over all of China or something. Really, really scary. Like if you thought American zombies were freaky, Chinese zombies are 100 times freakier, right? So she's watching this, whatever. She got a laptop in her lap. I'm like, what are you doing, baby? And she's like, I'm trying to put together my newsletter. I'm like, why didn't you ask me for help? She's like, I don't need your help. I was like, but it's my software. I don't need your help. This is pretty easy. So I had her come in the bedroom and we watched the killer zombies in the bedroom or whatever. And then she went and started creating her Summerlin shoutouts. Let me see if I can show you that, because it looks damn good, right? Hold on, I want to see if I can show you guys that. Maybe if I come over here, new window. Okay, let me see. Hold on. I think I know what this is. Let's see. Give me just a minute. Letterman.AI. Hold on. I'm going to show you. Let's see. Search. I'm searching Zoom for her account. You guys can't tell her I showed you, though. Okay. She's like, you guys quit showing everybody everything. I'm like, no, because people like seeing this stuff.
And Chad, what's the link for the 3 payment?
It's on the same link, right? It's at the bottom.
Oh, is it on the JV Zoo one?
Yeah. There's a button at the bottom.
Let me see here.
Look. I got in.
No, that one's only got the $297 on it.
At the very, very bottom, Ray. You got to go to the link that I put on the side. So go to Letterman.com/Ray Lane.
Right, that's what I was asking you for, so I can put that in there. Give me one second.
Do you see? Are you seeing this, Ray? You're gonna get jealous, dude. You're gonna get a little jealous right now. You see this?
I do.
So I come over here to need approval. This is the one she's working on, all on her own, right? So let me see. See this here? Look how good that looks. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, but she's gonna crush it with this. She's absolutely gonna crush it with this. And you know the other thing she could do, Ray? I didn't show you this. If I go like this, if I click on banner ad, I go like this, set banner ad, shout outs, cocktail shirt. Let's go ahead and put this one in here. Update. Look at this, Ray. That there, you don't know about this, but if I open this up, if somebody clicks that shirt, they are taken over to her Tripwire page.
Nice.
I don't know why the image is broke there. I'll have to find that out. But they're taking over the Tripwire page. Pretty awesome, right?
That is pretty good.
So this is her newsletter. And if you look, she's taking it easy. She's only sending it out every Thursday, right? So, yeah, we built this for ourselves, guys. We absolutely believe in it. Now she's trying to find a sponsor, Ray. She's trying to figure out, okay, who can I go sign up to be an affiliate with? Or she's talking to somebody. She said, if I refer people to you to clean their pools, right? Because Summerlin's picking up, summer's picking up here. Could I get a referral? And they're like, yeah, sure, no problem, right? So we get to say this newsletter is sponsored by. And by the way, and Ray was one of the ones that taught us this, she is using her fan page, sending people to a group. The pop-up window is opening in the group, and she's getting people to sign up for her newsletter from the group. And she's putting them into here from the group. Nice. From a $1 ad campaign. She's a $1 like campaign she's running every day, Ray. Pretty cool, right?
That it is.
All right. So, yeah, let me put the link back up on the screen. Where do you want to go from here, Ray?
Well, I think, let's see if we got any new questions here. Yeah, Edward says, no more getting your account banned because you said something. That's true.
What?
Just talking about basically having control over your own stuff, so you're not dealing with other companies banning you for whatever they think that you did that was naughty.
Well, dude, think about it. Like, you can't use ChatGPT for like SEO and WordPress. Like, Google knows, they know what you're doing. They know, they have figured out how to detect all that. Dude, nobody's doing this with email. Think about it. Nobody is doing this with email. And remember, I created this tool a year ago, guys, right when all that stuff got hot and heavy. I went on stage. at our AI Bot Summit, and I started talking about newsletters, and the whole room went nuts.